Are you ever like, what the fuck do I watch on Netflix? What do I watch tonight? I don't know what any good shows to watch, and then you start a movie and then it sucks, and then you're like, ugh. Well, I'm not gonna give you guys like a summary on every TV show. No, that's for you to watch and learn. I'm just gonna tell y'all the vibe of the show, what type of person you probably, what type of humor you probably like, and if that'll go along with the show. My qualifications for this. In middle school, I was very lonely. And in my first year of college that just happened, I was very lonely because I lived alone in a new country. And in middle school, it's fucking middle school. Who's not lonely in middle school? And in those 4 years of my life, although scattered, I watched so much TV and shows and movies and whatever on Netflix that I basically can give you a briefing on fucking everything. Here I am spreading my knowledge. I didn't know if I should make this video. I didn't know if anyone would want this video, and then my friend FaceTimed me today and she was like, what show do I watch? I like never watch TV or movies, like, and I want to watch something that'll make me laugh. And I was like, wait. Would you watch a YouTube video if it told you all the good shows and movies and it would tell you if you would like them or not? And she was like, wait, yeah, I'll literally be the first viewer. So here I am making this video. We're just gonna rip off the band-aid and start with the first show I see, The Crown. Okay, The Crown has been really famous on TikTok recently. Here's one thing about it, it is very slow. So if you're not someone that likes pretty slow moving shows, then I wouldn't recommend. Even for me, it's pretty slow and I'm okay with slow moving shows, but it's very interesting. So if you are interested in the old England royal family, then I recommend. Honestly, I'm only watching it, even though it's slow, I'm only watching it just to learn about it. I want to see a perspective on it. So yeah. That's The Crown. One thing that's really impressive about The Crown is that their casting is so good. Literally every single cast member looks like the exact person that they're trying to portray. So that's awesome. The next show is Community. Now, this is a show that my boyfriend and all of his friends were like raving about. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, like it doesn't really look that funny. So if your humor is more like Parks and Rec versus The Office, then I think you would like this show, okay? I like The Office more than Parks and Rec, and I think that's why I don't like this show as much. Even though people compare those shows a lot, I would say the humor has a little different target audience. So if you like Parks and Rec and you like that vibe, I would say it's like a more modern version of that show, but I will say not as funny. I guess it depends on the person though. But the storyline is very interesting, so, and it's very fast moving. The next show is Workin' Moms. Okay, now this show, you guys, my mom was watching it, so I was like, I don't think I'll like it, because me and her usually like different shows. Y'all, when I started it, I could not put it down. Like, you know when there's a book and even though it's kind of bad, you just keep flipping the pages because the story is so good? It's kind of like this for that show. Like, it's a page turner, but the show's actually pretty good. It's based in Canada, which I kind of like. Like, that's funky. Like, there's never really shows that I watch based in Canada, so I fuck with that. And it's not like a serious show. Like, I thought it might be a little bit more serious. No, it's super funny. It's super fast paced. And it has its little spicy moments. Like, it has a little bit of drama. Like, it's everything. So I really like that show. Okay, the next show, the same vibe, Good Girls. Good Girls, gagged. Love this show. Okay, now, basically everything I said about Workin' Moms you could say about Good Girls, but I'm gonna say one thing, Good Girls is better. Yeah, this is like a mom solving crime. And while you may be like, Kamal, that is so cringy. Like, when I say like, this is not cringy. Like, Good Girls is actually not cringy. Like, when you hear the plot line, you're like, mom solving crime, that is cringe. Like you would think it would be cringy. No. This show, very funny. Has a lot of like mafia vibes, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Next is The Order. Okay. So this show you will only like if you are into that type of like werewolf, sci-fi, like all of those type of vibe. That, what is my grammar? Those type of vibe, whatever. The Order is totally for you if you like those type of things. I personally really liked it, but it gets old fast. So if you're looking for a quick like 1 season type of vibe, 2 season maybe, then watch that. But I couldn't get into the last few seasons. Maybe that's just me. I personally really liked it because I love like Vampire Diaries, I love Twilight, I love all that stuff. So this show is right up my alley. Yeah. Next, Manifest. Wait, is that a movie? No, that's a show. Okay. This show was really fucking good, but then they ruined it. So I am giving you that warning, okay? They started doing like some like Guys, I just spoiled it. Oh my god. It is very, very, very entertaining, but they kind of had to drag it out a little bit. You can just tell. So it's a very good plot, but it was dragged on a little too long. It is very fast-paced, so if you like shows that are super fast-paced, action, mystery, that is your vibe. Does this video have any point? I don't know. Next is Elite. Now this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is a show that was filmed in Spain, and they do voiceovers in English. So I know a lot of people don't like that, but I liked it. I got used to it. This show is very rated R, if you know what I mean. So only if you like those type of shows with a very spicy drama. This is giving like crazy high school shit, like almost like Euphoria before Euphoria, if that makes sense. But it's a little crazier. I will say though, you have to be in it. Like this shit will take you on an emotional toll, but it is spicy and the characters are very attractive. So get ready for that. Oh my god, guys. This next show is a 1 million out of 10. I watched it way long ago when it came out, but Netflix canceled it after 1 season. The Society, guys, oh my god. Every single time I have met anyone or seen anyone on social media post about this show, they're just always talking about how mad they are that it was canceled. This show was not dragged on enough. This show is so entertaining. It's a mystery. It's basically, I'll give you a little bit of a plot for this one. This show is kind of about a parallel universe, so if you kind of like that Black Mirror vibe, but it's not as freaky. It's actually really, really entertaining, and you fall in love with the characters, and that's really good. Jane the Virgin. If you're looking into like just like a drama to eat up when you're like in bed at night, I would say Jane the Virgin. Now, in my opinion, I know people are like die hard about this show, like people love Jane the Virgin. I will say like I liked it, but I'm not saying to write it off, okay? I'm just saying it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but do you guys see that fly? The entire plot line is kind of interesting, you know, Jane the Virgin, whatever. Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte. Okay, now I have kind of a controversial take on this, okay? Now, I liked both, but I would say Queen Charlotte is better than Bridgerton. Now, basically, if you don't know, Bridgerton was the initial show, and Queen Charlotte was a spin-off of one of the characters. They're two separate shows. But Queen Charlotte is better because as someone who has watched both, Queen Charlotte is more fast-paced, okay? It's more interesting, and it gets the point across quickly, but in a really beautiful way. I loved Queen Charlotte. Now, Bridgerton is also good, but you gotta be in it for the long haul, okay? Like, each season takes like 2 years to come. But obviously, if you're watching it right now, you have like 3 seasons right in front of you. If you don't know if you want to watch Bridgerton, then you should start off with Queen Charlotte, and then I think you'll want to get into Bridgerton naturally. This show, The Night Agent. I fucked with the show. I liked the show. This is more like FBI crime, but what I like about it is they also have like a huge romance aspect of it, okay? So it's like he's fighting crime, but he's in love with, you don't get to know, you gotta watch it. This one was really like government-y, like, oh, the president can't know this, oh, the vice president can't know this. So that's the vibe. Honestly, I liked it. Sweet Magnolias. Guys, this show is if you are a Southern belle or you just want to watch the Southern women live their cute lives, drinking their coffee and going on about their day with their kids. Like, Sweet Magnolia gives you that energy. That's not actually what they do really, but it gives you that energy. It's just like humble, cute Southern women living their lives and showing their trials and tribulations of being mothers, but in a like really cunt way. Like, personally, I love the show, but it's not a show that I would go back to. But it was filmed like really close to my house. The next show, Peaky Blinders. Now, if my boyfriend is watching this, he's gonna get so mad at me because he's gonna say I never gave it a chance. Now, here's the thing. If you like Peaky Blinders, you know, you might like shows that are slower at pace. I mean, they have their really crazy fast moments, but like, you know what I mean, like it's around an old gang, so you do like have those like kind of like mafia vibes, as I say. I don't know how else to describe it without like spoiling things. I do think it is a really well put together show, and it's really famous for a reason, but but I wasn't very into it because it's a more serious show. Like there wasn't much. I was like at it, you know what I mean? It was more like, wow. So that's my opinion on Peaky Blinders. Now, Atypical. This show is really good in a way where it touches on a lot of serious topics while also keeping it kind of lighthearted. But if you're the type of person that wants to watch TV to just watch something fun and get it over with, then I wouldn't fully recommend the show. But if you're someone that's kind of watching TV, you know, for the story, to get involved with the characters, Atypical is a good show for you. Now, the only thing is that I personally lost interest season 2, episode 2, as I just looked. I don't know why. I think it just got maybe a little slow for me. I got kind of burned out when it comes to watching the show. So I was not in it for the long haul for that one. You guys, this show, Imposters, is very good. It is plot twisty. It is drama. It is having you on your toes as you watch it. Okay, now this show is basically about a con artist.
My name is Molly, and
I know a lot of people are annoyed with the whole con artist TV gimmick. I'm obsessed with it. This show, I don't care if you like slow shows, you will love this show. I remember when I watched this show, I couldn't put that shit down. I love this show. Why did Netflix just recommend Victorious to me? Hello? The End of the Fucking World is giving very much indie teenager watching it in their bedroom. Like, I know that is like one of their, that is like their target audience. Like, End of the Fucking World is very much like teenagers going insane, but like falling in love, like, but like really like crazy, like a little too crazy, but then like also like, oh my god, I'm rooting for you. So that is literally the only way I can describe End of the Fucking World. I don't want to say relatable because like it is about a psychopath, but like you don't get it. Like, you guys just have to watch it. Okay, next is Santa Clara Diet. Now, I know we all love Drew Barrymore. She is amazing. But I will say Santa Clara Diet is a little bit like parent humor. I think I was only watching it because I was like, oh, I kind of want to see what happens, but once I figured out kind of what happens, I stopped watching it. I only got 4 episodes in. I guess you could say I didn't give it a chance if you really love that show, but to me it's giving, okay, my friends call them cornball shows when the humor is very like written by old people, if you know what I mean, like millennial humor. Okay, now the next show I want to talk about is Gilmore Girls. Okay, Gilmore Girls is that show I need to watch when I want to feel like safe and at home. Okay, Gilmore Girls is very much mother and daughter going throughout life, and it's very simple. I would not classify this show as a drama. I would not classify it as a comedy. It genuinely feels like you're just watching a mom and daughter grow up. Like, actually, like growing up in a small town. It's very homey, like southern vibe, small town vibe. So, okay, Ginny in Georgia. Georgia is again a cornball show. Okay, the humor, I don't know who wrote it, it's not for me at least, but you might fuck with it. Okay, you might fuck with it. I will say it's again another mother-daughter duo going through life. There is a lot more like drama and secrets, and it's low-key dark, but like it's super like happy and bright on the outside. But like, I don't know, like why is no one talking about it? You know, when a character like pisses you off, like the daughter, it just pisses me off in that show. Like the character herself, like she just gets more and more bratty and annoying throughout the show. Maybe I have a bone to pick with that. Next is The Good Place. This show has the craziest plot twist at the end. So if you aren't ready for that, don't fucking start that shit, okay? That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. But The Good Place is a really good show. Personally, love that shit. It did take me a while to get through. There are parts that are really slow, but then there are parts that are really fast and good. It's basically about like going to heaven, but like not in that religious way, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not religious at all. It's not actually about going to heaven, but it's like if heaven was a place, and like this girl's POV. It is actually kind of funny sometimes. The Mindy Project. I fucking love this show. I think it could be catered toward like any woman. The Mindy Project is so fucking funny. I think Mindy Kaling's best humor is in this. Like, obviously, like her best humor is in The fucking Office too. Like, she be directing that shit. But you can tell the target audiences is women. It is very much girly, going into her apartment, going through men, and you know, her struggles with that. And I love this show. Oh my god, I would honestly say this is my favorite show, and I think I could just relate a lot because I am an Indian woman who has had relationship issues, who has had body image issues, who has had all these different things, you know what I mean? So like, I love this show because it brought humor to that.